Howdy gamers, this is Lark with Games and Gaming Miniatures. And this is episode 4 of Ostriv. We have a balanced community right now, and we finally got our mayor and our construction crews out of the tent city. All that's left there is our well. And eventually I'm going to consider relocating that or using it strictly for a production building. In the meantime, we're going to work on our trading post. Now, our trading post is going to bring a lot to our city because we'll buy stuff we don't have. And I know that doesn't sound too bright, but that's basically what it does. Alright, so let's go over here. We're going to go under Trade and Transport and pick up Trading Post. Alright, now as you see, I've got the gate going to the top of the screen and bottom of the screen. The reason for that is because everything seems to come from the top of the screen, basically. But I am going to turn it around. And I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put it up right near that fence. Now you can have multiples of this particular building, but right now we just need the one. And we're going to put it up against that fence, which is going to force people probably to go through it. But we can work around that with the fences again. I'm not a big fan of using the fences like this, but they are working, so if you don't like it either, I'm sorry. And I put those bushes there to keep people from going behind in those little gaps there. Let's go over here and take a look at our crop field. On the previous episode, I thought I was going to set it up so that we could find out how prioritized gathering worked. I forgot to unclick the button. So we'll try it again this episode. And it looks like we're going to get most of the crops. Let's see, it's November. Yeah, we're not doing too bad. November's nearly over. We will not finish the last potato field. Dadgummit. Unless we get a really big push in the next 5 minutes. Don't think that's going to happen, as I think our people went home. Alright, so we're still building houses. We've got other things. We're going to go ahead and, I hate to do it this way because it means you're going to have a little bit longer video, but unless, hang on a minute, nope. But it takes at least this many guys to man the trading post. And we did not finish the field. So that means you're going to have to wait on these guys to build. Now I'll try to cut some of it out in editing. And let's do this. I don't want people cutting through here. I just want the wagon and the employees coming in here. And the laborers. Not too bad. Oh yeah, it is. Shadows. Go away. So let's do this. Big arch. Oh, I'll wait till the building's done, then I can line the arch up with the gate to the trade post. Oh, we got new people moving in. Hello, welcome to the neighborhood. Okay. Time to check crop rotation. Now, as you know, our money has started going back up since I put the government building in and adjusted the money even more. So let's see what we got here. If I go fallow here, then I can go fallow here. We're going to fallow this crop. We're going to... We got 54, 54, 50. Well, that's a bizarre combination. So who wants 54, 54, 54? Nope. Nope. Huh. Why not? Let's put another crop of potatoes in there. No, better yet. Let's see, we got him going fallow. He went fallow last time, so you know what? We'll do him there, and then we'll go fallow. No, because we get around to the next round, it's not going to work. Let's see, fallow. This is the trick. You're going to have to work this out. What takes less than potatoes that we have? Nothing. Buckwheat needs 60. Alright, let's do this. And we're going to do a sunflower crop. I'm prepping for our first cash crop, by the way. So let's get some more sunflowers. Let's see. Oh, that field needs to go fallow. So rather than, yeah, let's do it that way. So these two fields are going to go fallow. We already did one sunflower, so let's start food. And that's fallow there. 25, 34, and 100. Okay, we'll put buckwheat in that one. So we've got fallow, potatoes. I think we're going to have trouble with that one because I think we're going to get the timing off on it. And we got sunflowers. Got fallow there. That gives us 1, 2 fallow fields, potatoes, and buckwheat. Let's see how that does for us. We need to bring this person back in and make sure she can move stuff by hand. Do we have more than one woman? Nope. Alright, we got new people moving in, so we're okay. We'll get somebody in there in a minute. There she is. I think she came from this house. Nope, Hannah's a laborer. It's okay. People have to move stuff around. We're doing really good. Need to decide where we're going to put our production area, though. We're going to need to get the wells built. We can put the production area right in here and the trees will protect it. I don't have an industrial section. Or we could get the wells built and put it up here closer to this type of stuff. I haven't decided which way it would look best. Also, I'm going to set up another forestry building. Not because I need the wood per se, but because I want to clear those trees down and I don't want to do it manually. And when I mean manually, I mean going there, clicking on a tree and telling it to remove it. And while we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and work on beautifying it. Now, I left the pathways on the side empty, but I could always go down through there, and if I've got enough of a gap, I could always put a well in to have a well closer to the houses. I could put benches, or I could put trees, any number of things to make it look nice, but for now, let's just leave that alone and concentrate on other areas. I'm sorry, this one's going to be a little longer, because otherwise it will sit there with no labor and the messenger will arrive, and I'll explain that in more detail when we get to it. Alright, the good news is, now that we've got that built, I can go ahead and lay out the next batch of residentials. Well, no, not until I check on this. I'm still checking, even though I'm pretty sure they're okay, but I'm just in the habit of checking there, and you should get that way too. Otherwise, you will suddenly have a bunch of people leaving your city wondering why. And rather than letting that happen, I recommend you check it regular. Another house done. I tell you what we're going to do. 2 more houses ought to let us have what we need to get started. So we'll build our trade center after the next 2 houses. And as soon as I get done here, I'll set that up. And I love the Y button. If you don't know what it does, look in your key bindings, it'll tell you. But it flips the house completely around to the opposite of where it's facing. It is so nice that I don't have to line that up. Even though inside there I do. It looks like we're going to have another batch of houses, so I think we're going to end up putting another market in. And we'll put it down here so it's in the middle of these two groups. Okay, we've got money and we have food, so we're not going to starve. Need to go get some water. Where are y'all going? I look up and there's this whole line of people. Oh, they're laborers. It must be women laborers. They're not doing anything at the farm. That was just so weird. It was like a parade of women. I was like, wait a minute, are we getting our women's suffrage movement started? Not that we have one, but that would have been funny. All those women just paraded across the map. Oh, before I forget, we're going to turn this off so we can see what it does. Now, if it does what I suspect it's going to do, it's either going to do this crop, the sunflower one, first, or it's going to do it last, and the food crops are going to go first. So non-prioritize, it's just going to go in order of the field. So let's see what happens. I could be totally wrong. I looked in the instructions and it's not covered there. It doesn't say what to do about prioritization. I think they left it out. Also, one more thing about this I didn't tell y'all, and that was my mistake, is when you go in here, no, that one's not, there it is, the cog. All right, when you go in here, you can control how many laborers come to the farm or certain buildings. You'll see this bar on there. It's a slide bar. If you don't want more than 10 laborers coming over here to work so that your laborers can go do other jobs, they'll do that. Just slide them down to 10. And I have adjusted the UI to 120%. It made the icons a little smaller in the UI area, as you can see. Let me know how you like that. I just wanted to try and see what would happen and see if anybody liked it. Also, labor by hands. I've got to go through and check all of these. Women do not use the cart. I still can't get over that one. Carts are our best friend. Women just, I could see women using the cart with a lighter load on it. That would make sense. But not using it at all, I don't agree with it. But that's my opinion. And you notice we only have the one Thatcher, and she's done a good enough job so far. How are we doing here? All the carts are repaired. Some are fixing to need repairs. He's got 100 chunks of metal. I think we can get away with doing one more cart. So let's put it in. We're going to put it down here near our building. And we may or may not get away with this, but let's try it. I don't want to overwhelm the carpenter. In worst case scenario, we'll just add another carpenter. But we're going to put it here right next to the farm so people can run in there and get it. And we're going to go for that. I'm just looking ahead a little bit, trying to decide how we're going to handle this situation. My original plan is to build a bridge from here to here and start building my settlement in this direction, putting a forester up there to get to the lime. But I've been told that I could actually put something up here to let them just bring the lime back to my city. So I haven't decided which route I want to take. Somebody has died and I missed the notification. In this game, I'm pretty certain they died of old age. Since the map's laid out the way it is, we're going to make a cemetery over here. To be honest, the people don't go to it or anything. It's just a place to put graves. But I like to make it look nice. And I'm going to just put it over here out of my way because I'm not really going to be able to do too much down here. And we're going to make it look a little nice. And we can make adjustments. To add more later. And we're going to give it a small archway. I wish it was a decorative one. And what I mean by decorative, you know, just kind of like a curve or something, not just your standard Western type arch. And we're going to do that. I keep fighting the urge to put OK Corral on it. I don't know why. Too long. There we go. Now, to find a burial plot, we have to go in where the church is, where it says religion. The very first one is our burial plot. It's kind of hard to see, so make sure you zoom in pretty close so you can see it. I've zoomed all the way in. We're going to leave around there so I can plant stuff along the fence line so it looks nice. And as usual, I'm having trouble getting stuff straight. And I'm going to put about 10 of them in. I don't exactly need 10 right now, but they will keep flagging me. And remember, we started out with 10 families, so I know we'll need at least 10. We'll just put a few down here. That's a start. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So somebody has definitely died, and that means we were able to put on here who they were. Look at that. And when they buried them, they put the year of their birth and the year. That's a pretty nice touch. I like that. So people do die in the game. They just don't die quickly in the game, which I know that sounds really, really tacky, but I'm used to like other games where they die doing the job, die during childbirth, die accidents, all kinds of stuff, get killed because somebody murdered them. So eventually I think that they will add stuff for that. I don't know, but I think they would, because why else have the burial plot unless it's just there for looks? I don't know. And this is going to look so cool. And my little man ran to start planting the saplings. And our money's up to $1,000. So that goes to show you that you do not have to go neg or stay in the neg. And we'll put some benches along here. Okay. They're only there just in case somebody does happen to walk over here, but I seriously doubt anybody's going to walk over here. We'll find out. But that ought to do the trick there. The notification's gone. And let's go over and see how we're doing. Our trade post is next. And they've already started working here. That's good. We're doing good. And we haven't put our benches here yet, so let's go ahead and get started on that. Making sure it's facing the right way. Now, I'm not in a hurry to get the new neighborhood up just yet. We're going to do it just like we did the other. Which means we will have to watch our food consumption. So I could actually end up pausing on those houses. At least till I get my production building improved. We're going to go ahead and add another. Oh, wait, we don't want to do that. We need the guys that we're going to have put into the. I almost messed up. I had to move everybody around. This guy right here on this in-house is probably going to run out of money. As you can see, the money's slowing going up. They're going to have to pay their 35-cent rent, and then they're going to have to pay a little more for their food. So the numbers are going to change quite a bit. The people that are going to have more trouble are the newer residents, because they haven't had a chance to make our inflated wages, which are no longer inflated, by the way. All right, so they're going to start building our trade post. And I don't have a problem giving these folks money if they need it. We'll, like I said, we'll adjust stuff till we get the balance we need, but the way we're going at it right now, we should be okay. I don't want to overdo it and end up going down on our money. Our trees are growing. I left that area in case I wanted a bench there, but if I put a bench there, everybody and his brother's going to come up in here, so let's put a tree. And we'll put one of these here. No, let's put one of these bushier looking ones, the ash tree, yeah. Oh, that would look much better. Let's put that there. It's almost time to harvest the crops, so we'll find out if our theory is a good one concerning the crops. Also, I might add a couple more hay barracks. The reason I'm doing this is once I start doing cattle over here, I want to be ready. Let's make it 3. That'll give me a total of 5,000 hay there. That should be more than enough to keep the oxen supplied when I get them in 2 cattle sheds. And look, now you can see it because they're almost ready to harvest. Look how big those have gotten. Isn't that pretty? And you can at least see them at a distance now, too. When we looked at them last time, they were not quite big enough yet. And if you'll notice, we're ripening, so the growth stopped right there because we did not plow the field. And I figured it out. A reason not to plow the field is at the beginning of the game because you don't have any plows. However, if you don't have any plows, they shouldn't plan to plow the field anyway, but somebody had an issue where they said that their farm got stalled on trying to plow the fields, but they couldn't plow the fields because they didn't have oxen. I haven't quite figured that out yet. All right, we're fixing to start harvesting. Let's see where they go. Now, wait a minute. Let me pause. Put in comments before they start. With the prioritization of the field turned off, do you think they'll pick the sunflowers at the very end or second? The sunflowers in this 3rd field. All right, I think they're about ready to come. It's August. Here they come. Just a little longer. Oh, y'all gonna make liars out of me. Yep, here we go. Must be the 2nd week in August. And shall we do it together? It just seems to me this goes faster when they go up and down the length instead of going across the width. And she is pulling the... Oh, look at all these people! Holy cow! Oh, that's the most I've had there at one time? Holy cow! Look at them go! Holy cow! Sorry, that's the most I've ever seen them do that. Usually I stop about there when I do it, but oh man, did you see that? It was like a swarm of locusts hitting a field. Holy cow. That's okay, nobody's picking them up, but we might get everything harvested. Holy cow. I'm sorry, I just can't get over it. I really can't. That was just so awesome to watch it. So with prioritization turned off, we just went in order of the fields. Here they're coming in. Nope, that's another batch. Let's see how many are coming. Just a handful. Not many. No, they're still coming. That is so funny. Now you see what happens when you get enough laborers on the map to properly work in a farm. They're going to be done by November. Well, remember, we still have 2 less fields, which means we might be able... That's a little far from the farm. I don't think I want to add 2 more fields. I think I'm happy with what we got, but the temptation to add 2 more fields is there. We'll think about that. There's no rush to do this. I think we've got plenty of food. Oh, they already got it over here? No. Where's all my food? Oh, they haven't picked it up yet. All right. Scared me for a minute there. But the field has been plowed here. It's back up to full, so let's do a sunflower there. This one has to fallow. There's no if, and, or buts. And we have, how much do we have here? I really should be doing this on the field. It's a lot easier. We're going to do sunflowers there. The only reason I'm getting away doing this now is they've already picked all the crops there. The fact that they're still laying in the field is okay. So we're fallowing here. And we're going to put a crop here, I think. But let's see what we can put. 46.73. And 10%. Well, we have hardly any red, so it has to be buckwheat. And I know I have left hemp out, but I'm going to do hemp later on down the line. Unless we do it now. I'm not ready for doing any type of hemp buildings. So, yes, I saw that. I'm going to go ahead and finish this first. Well, I can come back in the wintertime. Let's pause. Because I'll come back anyway out of habit. Okay. This is your trading post. The guys come in from up here and go in here. Now, the important thing about the trading post is it has to be manned. If you don't have anybody there, the wagon's only there for so long to be unloaded and loaded. The good thing about it is no money changes hand. The bad thing about it is you don't get resources you may be needing. And that includes food. Now, you'll need a manager. This is a must. And you need the workers. We're going to do the usual on the money. We can control how many laborers, but we're going to leave that alone for now. Okay. And here, we're going to do worker by hands for the laborers. That way the women can help. Labor by hands, labor by cart. So we got it covered. Now, I know this affects stuff down the road, but I'm not worried about it right now. I'm going to put 2,000 charcoal in here and keep it in there for now. Reason for this is I know occasionally I can sell charcoal. And right now, I think we have... Alright, let's go this route. Charcoal. We have 9,000 units of charcoal. How much firewood do we have? We have 74,000 units of firewood. I should have been paying more attention. I could have been making more charcoal. But for that matter, let's put 2,000 firewood in here too. Now, in this case, you want to put a specific number in. Alright. Right now, there are 3 locations to trade with. So, the trade is in quantities of 2,000s when you sell. And I'm going to look and see if we can adjust that when we get our first trade. But right now, I know it's 2,000. So, I want 2,000 for each city. And we're going to gradually build up to that. So, we're starting off at 2,000. So, we're not a big drain on our own resources. And we're just selling off a little excess. But gradually, we're going to get that number up to 6,000. And the only reason I'm doing this is because it is possible to get more than one messenger while you're deciding what you're doing and everything. And I really hate to miss out on selling 4,000 to 6,000 points worth of different products that are worth a lot of money. So, what did I say we had for firewood? Because I think we can... Firewood. Yeah, we got more than enough. Also, I have noticed the stuff being harvested is listed here too. So why isn't what's in my production building? I'm sorry, it's just annoying to me. I'm not going to build the other way because I think I'm going to eventually move some of these buildings around. We'll just do these all right here together so people don't have to run all over creation. Now, we will have to keep an eye on these and make sure let's go ahead and get one more. We will have to keep an eye on these and make sure we don't burn through all of our firewood. So you can do this however you like, but I strongly recommend you keep an eye on it. Okay, so we're now ready to go back to high speed. And we're going to run this for a few minutes just so I can get the first trade. Do not buy a messenger. Save your money. Especially if you're low on money. There's no point to it. They will send a messenger to see you. Let's put a gate up here. Well, I'm sorry, an arch. I keep wanting to call it a gate because to me it is a gate, but there's no doors on it, so technically it's not. We'll put that right there. And again, I don't want people cluttering up this area, so I'm going to mark it off. The fences, I think, will get old after a while. I think we're going to need something better solution than fences. That's why I was going with putting the roads down. Cobblestone roads were possible. Even if I'm designed the dirt road, I could be happy. So it doesn't even have to be just cobblestone. I can design my own dirt roads. There we go. Once we see how this works, we can add different things here to fix it up. And I'm going to bring my cart. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and build this cart now, as I think we're going to need it. You don't need financial help. You're good. And let's see. We're up to 75 people. So we're going to need to build our chapel. I'll do it over in this end. Let's go over and take a look at, see how we're doing here. Yes, some of the trees have been planted and they're growing in. Nice. And they're still picking up the crops. Okay, laborers are bringing it in here for her. Running low on buckwheat. We could get into trouble here because we got plenty of potatoes though. That tells me I need to adjust these crops differently. Let's see. 25, 19, 54. Just short. So that one's going to have to go fallow. Sunflower. Fallow. There's our buckwheat right there. You know, since we're so low on buckwheat, I'm going to do another buckwheat here. I'm not too happy about that, but don't think we have much of a choice. Yeah, we'll let that one go fallow. But we're going to put potatoes in this one again. I should be able to. Let's see. 58, 75, 100. Yeah, we're good. Now, if we do this right, I should let it go fallow here, and I can plant something here. I'm afraid I'm going to lose my sunflower. Let me check some of that. And our first messenger has arrived. Now, we're going to pause this a minute. I don't want to keep it running while I explain this to you. And look at there. He wants sunflower oil. Look at how much he'll pay for it. And yes, we can slide the bar back and forth to determine how much they get. That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure before I told you. That means you have total control over your market. You can decide how much you buy. Let's buy a few nails because it never hurts to have nails and we're running low on iron. So, oh, well, heck, it's 54,000. So we'll hit deal. Do not buy any of this stuff yet till you get the buildings set up and the food in them and enough food to sustain them. They will just die when they show up on your map. Textiles used to make clothing. If we'd had our hemp production set up and our farms doing that, we would have textile. But since we don't, we're importing 0 of 1,000 nails, and when the guy shows up, he'll start sorting all that out. That will give us a stockpile of nails. Ooh, I'm going to go ahead and you got some money. Alright, do I have nails in here yet? Yes, I do. So, with the nails I'm ordering, I will have 1,400 nails, and that should hold me for a little while. I would have much rather had metal parts. So let's watch for it to arrive. Let's see, and it is fully manned. And the blue arrow is there if you need to empty it for some reason. Okay, down here at the bottom, just like with the other areas, it's showing that we have these items in stock here. And to the right will be whatever's on stock on this list will be the stuff that comes in. Now, I've got 4 guys here. Make sure you at least always have 2. 3 if possible, but 4's the best. And we're going to see what happens. These guys seem to be coming to work at different times, so that's good. So we wait for the wagon to get here. And he should come through there and pull in here. Check our houses while we're waiting. And we're making an awful lot of money, so I think we can loosen up on the purse strings a little bit. Overall. See, there's a guy coming to work. There's a guy coming to work. Wagon should be here any minute. Sometimes they break the cargo up into more than one wagon, too, by the way. Yours and theirs. And here comes the snow. Here he comes. Alright, since my guys are there, he's unloading the wagon. He got the first 1,000 nails. Boy, I'm going to tell you, that must be some big crates of nails if they got to split the order. Or maybe they split all the orders. Also, a nice effect that I really like about this game is, look, you've got roof areas over the some of the areas, and when it snows, those areas stay clear. That's pretty cool. And they've already started picking up the nails to take them to the warehouse. And we should be expecting the other wagon any time now. I thought we got... Did we get 2,000 nails? I thought we did. Maybe I only got 1,000. I could have sworn I got 2, though. Alright, since we're getting so much money, we're going to loosen the purse strings just a little bit. And it's going to affect our poorer people. We're going to take them back up to 60. Remember I told you we might adjust that again? We just did. And his money's slowly going back up. But you know what? I'm going to help him out till the new wages kick in for him. Maybe I did only buy 1,000 nails. I could have sworn I bought 2, though. Alright. I don't think I set the wages on these buildings. So they're putting 1,000 wood, so that's 8,000 wood that's going in there. And the next houses I build, I want to get my forestry up. And we're going to need another warehouse at some point there. You know what, we'll just put it across from the first one. Because I want to get more of my stuff in a warehouse. And we're just going to lay it out like that. Oh man, that's crooked. Oh, I can't live with that. It's crooked with the building and my fence. Be ashamed of myself. Oh, look at all these people. It's all probably unbalanced diet. Yeah, I'm going to leave the money alone right now for you. Alright, let's try this. Come up just a hair more. There we go. Actually, you know what? We can get a little closer to the building because The guy doesn't turn around on the yard. I noticed that. That's why I left him so much room. So let's turn it right there. Like I said, I'm not real thrilled with all the fences, but it does help. And the messenger's here. Click on it there. Metal parts. Oh yes, we can use them. It's $1,000 for 2,000. That looks like another money-making project. So we don't need that many anyway, but we may look at building a smithy later just to do that. We got plenty of money, so let's go ahead and buy $150 worth. That's $300. That'll last us a little while. Don't need chickens yet. And look. Oh man, they want chicken eggs. Shame. Okay. And I'm going to move these ahead because I don't want to get too out of balance on my houses. On the next episode, I plan to work on setting up our cattle sheds. It's all unbalanced meals. I'm looking for a thing that looks like a loaf of bread. Don't forget that. That Harry Barrack's done. Alright, and I'm going to let that run like that for a little bit. Just remember, this entire game is about balancing your people versus everything else in the game. And that's the best way you maintain control. Remember that. Let's go ahead and take care of him. Oh yes, salt, please. I'll take it all. And iron, yes. Yes, I have the money. I'm going to take it all. And lime is high. I'll wait till we get more money. And I have nothing to sell him. So this is where I think we'll end the episode. We're starting a new growing season. And we have our trading post built. And I just ordered 2 of the main things I needed to order. So, if you like this video, please hit like. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down. I'll understand. It would help me out a lot, though, if you'd post a comment either way so I know what I can improve or what I can continue doing with the videos to make you guys happy. You're the viewing audience, and I'm doing this for you. I'm either teaching you how to play or trying to entertain you. And I want you to enjoy this. Now, if you want to know when the next video goes live, there's a little red box down right inside the video. It's kind of small, but you'll see it. And that's the subscribe button, and that'll help you subscribe to me. Or you can go down under the video window, and there's another subscribe button there. And there's a bell there, and if you hit that bell, set it up right, you'll have to read the instructions there. It'll let you know when my next video goes live. That's it for this episode. So you take care and stay safe.